Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel today. So guys, I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you that is using a foaming bath whip. Now you can purchase this as a base from many suppliers. It's called foaming bath whip or foaming bath butter maybe. You can pretty much use most of those interchangeably. It may affect your end product like thickness or texture a little bit, but for the most part, guys, it's fine. You can use whatever you want. I happen to make my own, and I have a video of my making it. I'll link it down below. And I will also link down the recipe that I purchased. So I bought this off the DIY Bath and Body Shop on Etsy. I am making a summertime 4-set scrub pack. So I have 7 scents that I pulled to try to decide which 4 of these I want for my gift set or my scrub set. But when I'm picking my scents, I'm thinking about colors. I want 4 distinct colors. So the first scent I know that I want is Ocean Breeze by Candle Science. I really just love this one so much. It is not really oceany. There is no salty note to it by any stretch. Oh, it's so good though. I love it so much. So this is going to be blue. Sweet Orange Chili Pepper is a fragrance I tried from Nature's Garden. I really like Sweet Orange Chili Pepper. So if I wanted an orange color, this would be a good one. I have Lavender and Spring Apricot. I think this is amazing. I just made a soap with this and it is just so stinking good. It's so good. It's got a sweet note, which I think I need in my box. So I have a purple. Icy Shine from Nature's Garden. Now this used to be soap safe. It's really not soap safe anymore. It's only 2.5%. Everyone likes this scent. I'm gonna make this, I think I'm gonna make this maybe green or pink. Depends on my last 2 scents here. Agave Nectar and Lime Blossom. I get this from Midwest. It's a very light scent. I don't think it's strong enough for a sugar scrub. It's just so light. I'm going to say no to that. So Pink Sands is lovely. It's got a little bit of a sweet note to it. So I'm starting to rethink myself. I have an oceany scent. I have a floral. I have the Icy Shine, which is more of a clean. And then I have my sweet. So I think I'm good. So blue, Lavender Apricot is going to be purple. Pink Sands is going to be pink, and Icy Shine will be green. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back, and I changed my mind. I wanted to do the chili pepper, Sweet Orange Chili Pepper, so I changed that, so I put away the Pink Sands. And I'm going to do the chili pepper. I have my colors pulled and I have this ready to go. So let's just get right into it. So I'm going to need 357 grams of my base here. I think this homemade base that I make is maybe a little softer than the ones you buy. I haven't for a long time liked to buy bases and use bases, but I don't have anything against them. When people come to my show table, do you make everything? And I want to be able to say, yes, I do. I make everything on this table from scratch. It's just one of the things that I want to be able to say. Nothing wrong with it. I used to when I first started. And I think they're great for when you're first starting out, to get a feel for different things. This base is ridiculously easy to make. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm going to whip this just a little bit to get it going. I'm going to scrape it down just a bit, and then I'm going to add some oil, and I'm using safflower oil. Safflower oil is quite lovely for your skin. It is quite an inexpensive oil. I want to leave those super high-end oils for my face leave-on products, or even a face wash actually, but I don't want to use my nicer oils for the drain. But you do you. Any oil you want to put in here, you can. Super easy to swap that one out. Okay guys, I messed up. As per usual with me, I'm always making mistakes. but it's a pretty forgiving recipe. I misread my notes over here and I added 60 grams of safflower oil instead of 36. So what I'm going to do is add 36 grams of glycerin instead of 60. I'm just going to swap the amounts. That way my liquid portion stays the same. And that's all good. I'm going to get this mixed in. Now there is preservative in this base, but I'm adding quite a bit of sugar to it and I'm adding more ingredients. So I will go ahead and put a little bit more preservative in it. So it has enough preservative for the base itself. It doesn't have enough preservative for any of my additions. I'm going to need a little over 11 ounces, or 11 grams, I mean, of my preservative. Now I'm using Optiphen today, and I'm going to get that stirred in, and then we're ready to split. Let me get it off this thing here so you can see it. It looks just luscious. I'm only making 2 of my scents right now. I am going to pull both of these out and try to scrape this out and just reuse this for my next 2 scents because all the same ingredients are going to be going in there. That way I don't have to wash this big glass bowl. I'm going to put this back on here so it stays clean. Half of this is going to be roughly 226 grams. I have some clean pitchers here. Let's just double check our math. All right, 226. And it's pretty well perfect. I am going to make sweet orange chili pepper first. I'm going to be using clementine mica from Micas and More. I'm going to start with about a half a teaspoon. It's kind of peachy instead of orangey with all this white base. I'm going to add another half a teaspoon. I'd really like to get a nice bright orange if I can. I just don't have the right oranges, I think. I need to place an order for some mica. My oranges are all not what I'm looking for. That's not horrible. I'm going to get the fragrance oil in there and see what that does. It'll loosen it up a bit. Let me double check myself that I can put 12 to 24 grams. So that's 1 to 2%. This is a fairly strong scent, so I'm going to start with 13 and just kind of get a feel for how that's going to act or smell. I think I need a bowl instead of one of these tall pitchers. I think a short squat bowl will work better for my next round. I'm just going to go up to like 16 or 18. I think I need it just a little bit stronger, but I don't think I need a full 2%. All right, that's 18. That's what, 1.5% of fragrance oil? I think that's plenty. And I'm going to get the sugar in there. That'll help me break all that up and get it stirred in better. All right, so my first half of my sugar is going to be this organic cane sugar. I get it from Costco now. I need 357 grams, and that is half my sugar. No, I need 357 grams total. So that was about 170, and I'm going to go top it off with just regular white sugar to 357. Oh, I need a bowl instead of this pitcher. I think I may have known that, and I forgot it from last year. I think this is as good as I can get it in this pitcher. I'm going to be moving that into a bowl before I do anything more. And I have 2-ounce jars already cleaned and ready. And I want to see if I can get just 2 ounces in there. I don't want any more or any less, actually. That was a 1.5 ounces. And that is $1.75. And I don't think I want to try to smash another 1/4 ounce in here because it's just going to take away from the fluffiness if I try to cram it. So I'm going to have a little bit of extra, but that's not a bad thing. And I'm going to get the rest of them filled. I know I could pipe. Guys, I just don't like piping. I like piping. I find that piping sugar scrubs is a waste of product. I have an issue with that. And I don't find that it's any easier. A smaller spoon might be helpful though. My grandson's texting me. I love that. He probably wants something. It was, hey grandma. Hey Easton. Next up is Icy Shine. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a teaspoon of fragrance in here, or color, sorry. And I'm using Pink Lemonade by Micah's and More. That's 1.5%. All right, that was much easier than one of these. Perfect. There we go. Icy Shine. Before moving on to my next project, I thought I would do a quick demonstration of the scrubs. So I have little sample pots. They're 1 ounce jars that I had previous scrubs in. So I will clean out my sample pots and sanitize those and reuse those for scrubs. This is never going to be for sale. It's just for somebody to smell. Ah! That one was full. So I have a little extra of my pink. I have a little extra of orange. That's probably going to go upstairs to my bathroom. But I thought with this pink, I would give us a little demonstration. So as this is a foaming bath whip, it is a soap of sorts, or a wash, I should say, and a body scrub all in one. So it feels quite lovely. Let's get some water and see if I can get some more foam going. So you've got some bubbles. Nothing too crazy as far as the foam and the bubbles. It's going to be a low lather. And there we go. It's quite lovely actually. It's very soft. So it's a very silky in its feel. Look at that bruise, guys. I have no idea. I get bruises and I have no idea how they happen. I'm kind of a klutz. There is a little demonstration. I don't do that very often, and I have gotten asked about that a time or two. I'm done with all of my jars and have them all ready to be kind of wiped down. Just a little, when you have the gloves and the little bit of a greasy glove situation going on. So I'm just going to give them a quick wipe down with some rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. I noticed that when I was bottling these up, that the colors just kept getting darker and darker, which I'm happy about because I wanted some really fun, vibrant colors, but I was not expecting as deep of a color as they became. So I think a 1/2 teaspoon of mica for each of these colors was probably about right. I would say if I wanted a pastel color, then a 1/4 teaspoon would be pretty good too. And I think it would have been maybe better to go ahead and just clean the KitchenAid every time and put it in a stand mixer, as opposed to my trying to mix it up by hand. All right, so here is the top of my box, and it says Summertime Fun Time Exfoliating Collection. So I'm going to cut out my boxes, and this first sheet I have some of my sample labels, so I'll show you what I do there in just a second. These are just my little tester pots, but I need to fix my labels. I just create these labels with the names on them. I do 2 labels. And normally, guys, I do have to take a piece of tape and tape over that just because these labels will not stick with just the tiniest amount of grease on the bottle or jar. There. And so that will go on my craft show table. And I usually, for the sugar scrubs, I will take the lid off and a lot of times just have the lid next to it. Or if it's high enough on the table, which my scrubs usually are, I just take the lid away and leave it open and people can see the name of the scrub there. Next, I created my tops of my jar labels. For these 2-ounce jars, I'm using 1.5 inch label, circle labels from Online Labels. So I create my labels in Canva and then download that label, and then I can upload that into Maestro. And that's basically how I do my labels. So there is sweet orange chili pepper. The labels on the bottom don't fit super well with the groove of the bottle or the jar, but I get it smashed in there. And then there's my jar. I am putting this in a box, so technically I do not have to put an ingredient label on there, but I want to because I have had customers share a box. 2 friends will come to my table, you know, they will say, well, let's go in half, and we'll each get 2 jars. So I do know that there are times when this box gets split up. Lavender apricot. Pretty purple. Okay, I saved the last 2 boxes for you all. Let me turn this light down just a little bit. Is that too dark? It's less glaring, but it may be a little more shadows, but there, I think you can see the label a little bit better. And I have my 4x4x2 boxes here. And I looked for a pretty summery tissue paper. I just couldn't find anything I liked. So I'm just using this. I bought this off of Amazon and it's just kind of in that close to my colors. So I'm using this color now for my packaging, but I'm going to cut it in half. I will definitely put myself out to save a penny. Sometimes you would think I'd be really tight in all areas of my life, but I'm really not. I think I just don't like wasting stuff. And I'm going to fold this to make it right around that 4 inches. It doesn't have to be too exact. A little bit smaller is a little bit easier than a little bit bigger. So I have Icy Shine and it's pink. Ocean Breeze, blue. It's a very almost purpley blue though. And this is more of a lavender purple, so it's lavender apricot and sweet orange chili pepper. And then I'm going to fold this down in half and fold it this way, and then this one I have to fold in half and then a little bit more because I want it to end up about midway. I created stickers that have summertime fun time on them. So there's that. And then I just used this round circle sticker paper to put the ingredients on the back. So that works like that. And then Summertime Fun Time Exfoliation Collection. There you go. Love it. Heavens. We pull a dining room chair up to the window and she looks outside the entire day so she can bark at anything that drives by or walks by. our property. And heaven forbid the neighbor dog. Oh, yep. The neighbor dog. He's out there. She gets so mad at him. There it is. I made 10. Hopefully they sell. I think they will. Heavens. All right, I'm gonna get this in before Lily starts barking again. It's really gonna start storming soon too. What do you think? I'm really happy with them. I think that the packaging, I'm pleased with. I have a craft show here in a few weeks, so I will have one open like this. I will have another one that's not attached, and then I'll have these for sale, and I think they're gonna go well. I think people really kind of like these, and having the 4 different scents is just something fun. What scents am I gonna use for my winter collection this year? I think it's just gonna be fun, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. The reason I use the foaming bath whip for these is because I can ship them in the summer, whereas my normal sugar scrubs, I can't ship in the summer, guys. So this allows me to have my scrubs on my shelf and sell them in the summer and take them to summer shows as well. So I'm going to be making more scrubs soon just for that purpose. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me. I do appreciate that. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe and comment. Bye.